Welcome back! My name's Opticality. What's your name? What an interesting name. I never heard that name before. First things first, I actually bought an Optifine cape. Very nice. It's not customized, really. I don't even know if I'm going to wear it, but I did buy it because I really like Optifine, and it's pretty cool to zoom, and stuff in Optifine. So I got a cape, and that's pretty nice. And also, welcome to the video, an interior video. If you didn't watch my exterior video, you better go watch that because that's going to be very handy to know for this video. So I have this house here. Yeah, I don't care about the exterior. We did the exteriors last video. We finished with that house way over there. But anyway, here's the house. It's ugly, just as you know, but we're not doing exteriors today. We're doing interiors, and also the interior's ugly. That's because we're doing it in the video. And the first thing I want to say about the exterior before we start, just go inside and do all our stuff inside, is build your windows after the interior. If you're focusing on your interior heavily, make sure that you get all your couches, all the tables and stuff, so you can fit your windows in around them, so it won't like obstruct, or like the walls. If you're gonna want walls, you don't want a window here, because then the wall will cover half the window, and it'll be a little bit weird being able to see that. So yeah, just do your windows last after you do the interior first. And so one of the first tips that I have for building a good looking interior is by having double thick walls. Double thick walls are not like needed, but a lot of houses, if you go inside of a lot of houses, the wall will be painted, and the only way to do that in Minecraft is by having a double thick wall. So if you have something like blue terracotta here, it'll be like the wall is painted blue, and then you can have like a little bit of a trim, and you can even stripe it if you want. You can have a little bit of a lighter color, and then or it could be like wallpaper. You can make your wall design anything you want. I'm gonna go with this design for like this main entry hallway. I think this looks pretty good. And then I might change it up. Terracotta looks really good as like a wallpaper and some paint. Also concrete could look good too. And then quartz is like a good trim. I've seen people use like woods and all kinds of things. You can use anything for trim. You just be creative with this. But having double thick walls definitely does help a little bit with making it a little bit more interesting. Alright, and the second tip that I wanted to show you guys is to make sure to get your rooms like separated before you start doing all this stuff, and make sure you plan it out for double thick walls if you're going to do double thick walls. So we have this entry hall. I'm going to keep it a hallway, and I'm going to make this, if we do this for the double thick walls, to make sure we have that marked out. And then we can have this as like a bedroom or something. Down here we can have a kitchen, and then over here, let's give myself night vision. Alright, there we go. Now I can see a little bit better. And then we'll have a little bit of a bathroom right here. Alright, so we can have our bedroom right here. We can have a bathroom right here. And then this will be a kitchen. Let's say a kitchen here, and then a dining room here. And this will be pretty good looking, I'd say. So, or let's do an entrance like that. That looks kind of cool. And so that's all our floor plan planned out, and now we can start on that. So let's get all the walls built up with different wallpapers for each room. Alright, here we go. So we got all the walls done. It's looking pretty cool. There's the long hallway. Here's where the kitchen's going to be. Here's where the dining room is going to be. Over here, the bathroom. We changed the trim from a smooth quartz to a dark oak. And we changed the wall to smooth quartz and a quartz pillar and quartz bricks. This is probably where they're going to be the bathtub or something, because that's why it changes the wall. That's why that is there. So I was just planning ahead a little bit. And then over here's the bedroom. We've got another wallpaper. It's pink and with like purple polka dots. And we've got the dark oak, stripped dark oak trim in here. And so that's just basic. It looks a whole lot better with different walls already set up, and so it's looking pretty good. But the next step, I think, is probably the ceiling and then the floors. So we can go ahead and choose a floor for in here. I didn't really think this far ahead, but what we could do is just get some wood, some of this dark oak for like the main room. This looks kind of cool, like as a wood flooring, or we can do a tile flooring in our bathroom with the regular quartz. All the blocks have borders on them, and we can do a little bit of a tile design like that. That looks pretty good, right, for a tile. And then And then in here, we can have like a carpet, so we can use some wool. If we get some, let's do magenta wool. That looks kind of cool against that, doesn't it? Yeah, that'll look good as a floor in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and change up all the floors, and then I'll do the ceilings after I do the floors. Alright, so we got all the floors done. We got the wood floor in here done. And then in here I changed the floor from magenta to purple because the magenta was just a little too bright. With too much of it was just a little too bright in here. And then in here we have all the tile done. I mixed in some quartz pillar in here just to make it a little bit more textured, make it look a little bit more interesting in here. And so the next step is the ceiling. It's the only thing that's keeping that old wood planks design from the outside still. Look how gross, not gross, plain, boring the outside looks compared to the inside already. And all we've done is the floors and the walls. So let's do a ceiling. So actually for the ceiling, I'm gonna go for like a plain design. I'm just gonna use white concrete because we don't want our eyes going up to the ceiling, because the ceiling is not going to be that interesting. We want all decorations to be here. We want tables, pillars, all kinds of stuff. We want the attention of the viewer to be down at the ground, and all the stuff on the ground and all the designs on the ground. We can have some cool lighting up here, but I think I was just going to have a nice white ceiling. Like it was just a nice white painted ceiling, like in a lot of houses. I bet if you look up at your ceiling, you'll probably see a white ceiling, because that's pretty popular. So I'm just going to go through, do a white ceiling. I probably should have used fill, but I was just kind of talking and building at the same time. So I'm going to go through, do a white ceiling, and I'll come back to you in just a second. So all I've done is this main hallway here, but as you can see, just adding these like little pillar things and lighting at the top, it just adds a whole lot to the room, and it actually makes the white ceiling look kind of blue next to the quartz, which looks kind of looks good in my opinion, with the blue walls, and kind of just goes together. And then over here, we're gonna start on the kitchen, I guess. Maybe we can add, we can get some spruce trapdoors. Trapdoors are like so nice when you're ever building interiors. Always remember trapdoors are in the game, because trapdoors are so cool. You can do things like this, just a little table, get a flower pot, and then you can get a flower, nice rose, red tulip, I guess you could say. And then when you do that on bedrock edition, then your pot will break. But we're not on bedrock edition, so that is pretty awesome. So, and we can just build stuff like that. You can also you can make cabinets like this. Oops, not that. You can do stuff like this. If I can place this good, and then do that, and look there, it looks kind of like a tablet, or tablet. It looks kind of like a cabinet, or like a kind of like a clock too. If you add some like glass panes, maybe a chain with a lantern on the bottom right here in the back, this kind of looks like a clock too. That's pretty cool. But I'm gonna get rid of this, just have a little table, and then maybe I'll add a couple more of these here and there. Another thing that you can do for a little table is really simply just get a scaffolding. Take one of these. Boom, that looks like a table too. Put that. Look, that looks like a nice table. These are just super simple designs, and they add a lot to the build. You can even add storage and stuff with this. You can get a barrel like that. You can put some trapdoors on the sides. You can put one of these with a flower in it. You can do this like that. And then you have like a little, I don't know what this would be called, but you have a barrel here, and you can even store stuff in it if you're playing on survival mode. So that's pretty epic if you ask me. But I'm going to get rid of these two because we already have that one. And I'm going to add some different stuff around here, like paintings or something. And I'll show you what I do in just a second. I just remembered something that we're missing. We don't have any windows. So I put a painting on this side because obviously on the other side... Oh, yeah, I forgot. This is outside too. So we can just make two windows actually, like that. Maybe make them 3 blocks wide. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And we can add some windows, so we can do some nice glass here. So I just like kind of thought of this, but what you can do is you can have like a windowsill right here. You can have like a little table. You can even put a flower pot with a flower on the table. And then outside, you can even add some like banners for shades and do like the stuff that I did in the exterior video for the exterior. And we're not doing exteriors, like I said 100 times today in this video. I'm sorry I say that so much, but that's just the truth. And so you can add like a little windowsill with the 2 thick windows. I think that looks a lot better than having the windows on the inside. Like, what the heck was I thinking? I do not know. So another good thing about double thick walls is you can even do stuff like this, because when you break a block, it's just going to be another wall. So there's nothing wrong with just replacing a block with some wood to go with your cabinet to make it look like it's the back of it. So this hallway's pretty much done. I've got each little thing decorated with something. We just got 2 windows here with a flower pot on one of them. Then we've got the scaffolding table. I've added some birch trap doors just to make it a little bit more interesting, I guess. And then over here I showed you this, and then over here I showed you this, and then over here this is just another window. So looking pretty cool as the main hallway is completed. Well, on to the next room. We're at the kitchen area. So right here I guess I can show you some cool things we can do with the kitchen. Let's not use regular quartz. So I usually build my kitchens out of quartz, but we've used so much quartz already. I think I'm going to do more of a barrel design so we can even store more items here. So this entire video is just like kind of showing you different things you could do. You shouldn't do all of these things, and I'm just kind of giving you tips, and I'm showing you how my thought process goes when I'm doing interiors for houses, and I think of new things and all kinds of stuff like that. So we'll get some barrels out, and I'll just kind of show you how these go along with the spruce trap doors, so you can use them. And you can also do stuff like, I bet you've seen this trick 1,000 times, but detector rails look like little stove pads. So that's pretty cool. And then you can even do barrels up at the top for cupboards that you'll reach into. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the kitchen. We've got some smokers smoking because of the campfire I added. And then we've got a little thing collecting the smoke. We got a cake that I accidentally took a bite out of. And then we got some sea pickles. Got a lantern here for a little bit of lighting, but I also have a hidden sea lantern there, and it's coming through the door of the fridge, because you can see the sea lantern barely through the window. But over here we got a nice carrot, and we've got, oh, in the sink I added a red bed behind the lever, so it looks like it's like hot or cold, you know. I don't know, I thought that was pretty cool that I added that. I just thought of that while I was building in it, and I think it's pretty cool. And then there's a flower pot, some like cookbooks and stuff, and then more storage. Lots of storage in here. Very nice to have lots of storage. So I built this little chair design. I also built this table, but the thing I wanted to say is I built this chair design, and the trapdoors are inside the wall so that you can actually sit in it, and you wouldn't be able to place a trapdoor because there's no half trapdoors behind the slab. So if you do have double thick walls, this looks really good as a chair. I like this. But if you do not have double thick walls or do not have enough room in your house, then this is a good design too. It's a little bit not as good because there's a stair there and there's like a little bit of a block, but it's pretty good still. So I'm just saying that you don't really have to have double thick walls. There's just a lot of advantages to having it. Look at all of those chickens. Look, we got the dining room done. I got some, what's it called? Curtains. I've got curtains on this window with banners. Looks pretty nice. There needs to be something maybe here, like a little cabinet or something, but here's the dining table. It's pretty big. It's not very realistic because you like have to squeeze through to get to the rooms, but we're just cramming everything in here today. It's just for fun. It's just for fun. And then so we got some plates and cups for item frames and flower pots. They look like plates and cups. We got some mushroom stew. This person's eating rotten flesh. Very yummy if I do say so myself. And so I guess I'll build a cabinet here, and then I think that we're going to have to move on to the bedroom. Alright, I now realize that going with the purple bedroom was a very bold choice. Yeah, I'll show you just a second. I added this little closet here. The spruce doors and the spruce trap doors, they line up pretty well. It looks pretty nice. But purple is just very hard to work with, and it's very flashy, okay? So I got this, I'm using crimson wood. I barely ever use crimson wood in my builds. It's very new to me. So I got this TV made out of the crimson trapdoors. The trapdoors are so cool. I love those 3 lines. They look really good. And then I also just got a little bit of a closet here. And then also I've got this little bed. I added a headboard with the wood, and then if you're playing this in survival mode, then you'll want some like general necessities like the crafting table and the furnace. They look good, just like part of the build. You don't have to have a specific room for them or something. You can have them here, and it will look better. Just adding more decoration and stuff. So I guess that's all for this main part of the house. I need to add some lights right here. But actually, I want to show you something. The way I lit up in here is there's just lights right under these. Not under... Oh, yeah, I did add some under those. I forgot about that. But, yeah, so that's how I lit up that room. And then this room I lit up with that hidden light you saw there in the fridge. That lantern. And these lanterns light up this. And then this room, as you just saw, doesn't have lighting. So I'll add some lights in here. And I'll start on the bathroom. So I'll see you when oh, that's good and done, dandy and dandy. Alright, so I lit this area up a little bit, and I used the OG dragon egg lamp design, which doesn't actually light the place up. I just have a sea lantern hidden there, don't tell anybody. And then I also have a bush here, the same thing. And then I also added one right there just to light this area up a little bit. So now this area is lit up a little bit better. Now that's pretty cool. And then you come in the bathroom. We've got this toilet with this nice toilet paper. Don't use it. I bet it'll hurt your bum a little bit. Or just disenchanting the grindstone thing. And then we got a bathtub. We've got some curtains here. Shower curtains. You can go boom. And then it'll close the curtains for the bathtub. And I also... Oh, do you know what's a good idea? I just thought of right now. Boom. It's a shower head. And then over here, I did change the roof to this smooth quartz. This entire room is made of quartz. It's a little quartz heavy, but that's okay, because I added these nice lights over the mirror, and then there's the same hot cold design. Maybe I can do that with that, but you know, I just did this just now. And then I had this like medicine cabinet thing kind of thing in the bathroom. But I guess that's pretty much the end of this house. Like, the entire house is filled up, and I think I got my point across with what I was trying to say. Like, or not trying to say, I think I did a good job explaining the interiors. I'm still getting used to interiors. I love doing interiors. They're a lot of fun to do. This is a lot of fun to make. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like on the video, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye bye.